God bless you guys. God bless you. Hope you're doing well. Today's video is encouragement for the Christian who is learning to trust God. I don't believe, if I'm being honest, I don't believe that I don't think we really trust God. I think sometimes in our error, we can begin to lean on the means of God's provision, but not the provider who is God himself. And I think we can say words like, yeah, I trust the Lord, but really we trust in the means that God is providing for us, not really the Lord himself. This story today is going to be an example of like complete trust. Complete trust when you realize that you have come to the end of yourself, when you realize that there is no other avenue but God's intervention. That is a very, very vulnerable place to be, but it is an amazing place to be for a believer to really see the power of God being displayed in their life. That's where I feel like I'm at right now in my life, where I am at this crossroad, if you will, of having the opportunity now. I'm seeing this trial as an opportunity to fully trust God, number one, and number two, to see God come through for me. What an opportunity, man. I pray, I hope that there will be a video that I share with you guys in the near future where I am testifying to how God came through, like only God. Only God. I am looking forward to that. Pray for me that I will experience that. But for now, I kind of want to go into it's a story in scripture. I'm going to read a few verses today. Let me give you a quick recap. So two main players in this story. Well, three. You have King Hezekiah, you have the king of Assyria, Sennacherib, and you have Isaiah. Yo, the names are crazy. Sennacherib is crazy. So quick overview. King of Assyria, Sennacherib, was super evil, very boastful. This king was like, yo, OD swole, I'm gonna go into any nation that I want, destroy him. Like, what are you doing trying to fight against me? I'm King Sennacherib. I'm him. That's the summary of King Sennacherib's mentality. Very powerful army, very strong army. Now he's coming against King Hezekiah. He sends word to King Hezekiah like, hey, bro, like, don't gas your people up into believing God. Like, we're going to murk you. Like, make a peace treaty with us right now, because if not, we are going to murk you, take you over. It's a wrap for you guys. Hezekiah hears this. He's trembling, speaks to Isaiah. Isaiah's like, bro, no stress. Then Sennacherib hears again that, yo, Hezekiah ain't scared, bro. He's about to come here now and he about to fight. So this is where the story picks up, and that's like a whole chapter I just gave you in some colloquial terms. So I'll put it that way. So here we go. It kicks off again. So once Sennacherib hears about hears about Hezekiah's resolve to keep fighting, he sends word to him again. It says this: thus you shall speak to Hezekiah, king of Judah. Do not let your God in whom you trust deceive you by promising that Jerusalem will not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. Wow. Behold, you have heard what the kings of Assyria have done to all lands, devoting them to destruction. And shall you be delivered? So this messenger of the king of Assyria is basically saying, bro, don't you see my track record of destruction? You think your God is going to do anything for me or anything to me? I think some of us can look at our trials that way. Some of us can see the insurmountable doom and destruction that approaches us, and we can, and those things, the prospect of that speaks to us and says, shall God deliver you from this? Like, come on, surrender, give up. You see what's approaching you. You see the doom, you see the destruction, you see the failure. Give up, right? Can your God deliver you from that? Little do you know, fam. So let's keep going in this story and look at this. And it's a few verses here, so just bear with me. So when Hezekiah received this letter, look at what he did. Hezekiah received the letter from the hand of the messengers and read it. And Hezekiah went up to the house of the Lord and spread it before the Lord. Let us be a people, and this is my prayer for me, for us, that when we think or when we hear of terrible news, that when we, the first sign, the first thought of the prospect of destruction coming toward us, let us be people who, like King Hezekiah sets an example for us here. Let us be people who do this. Go to the house of the Lord and spread it before the Lord. What an encouragement, what an example of how we are to respond to impending doom. Not to panic, not to be at a place where we say, oh my gosh, like I'm done. Not to be at a place where we start to run and look for other things. But let it be that in the face of doom and destruction, we run to the house of the Lord and we spread it before him. Oh, when the Holy Spirit brought this to mind, I said, yes, I forgot about this. What an opportunity that I have right now to literally go before the Lord and spread it before him in his house. Let us be very clear here. The house doesn't have to be the church. It could be wherever you're at. That's where God is, right? We are the church. So, man, he went to the house of the Lord, and let's read it, keep going. And Hezekiah prayed before the Lord and said, O Lord, the God of Israel, enthroned above the cherubim. You are the God, you alone of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Incline your ear, O Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see, and hear the words of Sennacherib, which he has sent to mock the living God. Truly, O Lord, the kings of Assyria have laid waste to the nations and their lands and have cast their gods into the fire, for they were not gods, but the work of men's hands, wood and stone. Therefore they were destroyed. Watch this. So now, O Lord, our God, save us, please, from his hand, that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you, O Lord, are God alone. Hezekiah, this is an example, bro. If you are learning to trust the Lord, you need to read 2 Kings 19. It is an example. It is a blueprint for how to approach God. Not to give you no rigmarole of like, I got to do this and get that. It's not transactional. This is exemplary, right? Hezekiah, look what he did, bro. Let me scroll up real quick to give you the first thing. When he went to the Lord, when he went to the house of the Lord, when he spread a letter before him, when he prayed, look at what he says. He says, God, you are enthroned above the cherubim. You are God alone. He is he is proclaiming the character of God. He is proclaiming the authority of God. What he's saying is, God, before I present this request to you, I want to affirm my soul. I want to proclaim to you that despite what this little king of Assyria, Sennacherib, is trying to do, God, you are enthroned on high. Lord, you are the one who is truly sovereign. The kingdoms that Sennacherib has been destroying, God, those are your kingdoms. You rule over all of that. Then he makes his plea known before God. And watch this. Look at what the end goal of his prayer is. The end goal of his prayer, I hope my stuff don't start lagging just because I'm moving it now. The end goal of his prayer is this: so that the whole earth may know that you, O Lord, are God alone. Sometimes the Lord has to orchestrate, engineer situations that deplete us of our resources, of ourself, so that when he comes through, people, when we testify to this, will know that it was God alone who did it. God alone. So that he is not robbed of glory. And if you're learning to trust God, hear me clearly, the trust, the end goal of the trusting experience is not for you to get what you want. It's for God to get the glory. In order for God to get the glory in our lives in this area of trust, I said this a few videos ago, we have to learn that trust is the complete transfer of weight. That means we are letting go. As Hezekiah, he laid this letter before the Lord. He's letting go in his prayer, letting go of his ability to do it. He is basically going dead weight on the Lord in terms of his ability to do anything regarding this fight against King Sennacherib. Look at the end that takes place here. So here Isaiah prophesies Sennacherib's fall. You got to read it, bro. But then look what happens. Look what happens when I pray. My OBS ain't gonna, what you call it? Oh, let me highlight it real quick. Look at this. And that night, the angel of the Lord went out and struck down 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. And when the people arose early in the morning, behold, these were all dead bodies. Hezekiah didn't lift a finger. Hezekiah didn't lift a finger. He lifted a prayer. Sometimes, because of our worldly perceptions of how the Lord operates, we think, and this is not a rule of thumb, but we think that in order for God to move, that we have to be the ones involved in the combat. And there are times where the only thing we need to lift up is a prayer. And as we lift up that prayer, we'll see that God lifts up his hand and deals with our problems, our enemies, our impending destruction and doom. So be encouraged with that. Be encouraged with Hezekiah's example, man. You want to learn how to trust the Lord, bro? There's an example of it there. When we get off this video, I'm going to do the exact thing. I'm trying to exhaust every single opportunity to trust the Lord in this season. I just think it's dope. I really do. I'm at a place now, again, I had a death to self. My funeral was last week, man, attending my own funeral regarding, my deception, this deceptive thought process that I could get it all done. This deceptive thought process that attached God's presence with success or with progress. And now I'm in a place where I am hoping in God and hoping to see the Lord, see the hand of the Lord, so I can say that was God alone. So be encouraged, believer. You can trust God. He is dependable. He is trustworthy. But in order for us to trust him, we have to fully and completely transfer the weight of our problems in his hand. And that is a very tough thing for us to do. But by the grace of God, if we desire it, he will answer in the affirmative for that. So be encouraged, man. I love you guys. God bless you. Remember, in every single thing that you do, do it for the glory of God. All right. I'll take care. Peace.